Ladies and gentlemen and children of the planet Earth, historians will look back on July 20th, 2011, that the day 5 individual events took place. Or on July 20th, 5 individual events take place that changed the course of history. Of course, this is brought to you by the Dildoberger Prophecies by Michael Fazio, including when we turn the Dildoberger upside down, we can see Satan. And here is a picture of Satan in its entirety on the reverse of the $1 bill while I discuss with you the 5 different events. I want you to take note of a Satan-like entity that appears on the reverse of the $1 bill that can't be denied. You can see the eyes, you can see the horns, and you can see 3 individual faces of Satan on the reverse of the $1 bill. Because when you bring the God pod and the evil seed of death together, where if you could envision the God pod being the beginning of time and the evil seed of death being the end of time, and the words in between the God pod and the evil seed of death, aka in God we trust one. That's the time we have here on earth between the beginning, aka the book of Genesis, which is represented by the God pod, and the book of Revelation, which is the book that represents the end of times, when the Satan-like entity will be revealed to the people of this world. And today, on July 20th, Michael Fazio reveals a portrait of Satan, or a Satan-like entity that can be seen by folding the $1 bill in a certain configuration. Other people fold the bill in certain configurations, and so can I. However, I am the only person in the history of the world to put these pictographs together by breaking the codex that exists between the Bible and the $1 bill. And you know it, and I know it. And so does everybody else know it. Because there isn't a person on earth that will debate me in a public forum that I have broken this codex. So anyway, moving right along, I am telling you that this is a portrait of Satan. And to prove that this is a portrait of Satan, I'm going to zoom in on it one more time, 2 more times, so that you can see this portrait of Satan and its faces and horns and eyes and mouth-like structures to a degree that has never been depicted before in the history of this world. I am bringing this to you on July 20th, 2011. And just like other important events have occurred on July 20th in history, aka the landing of the astronauts on the moon, the landing of the space shuttle today, a few minutes ago, the landing of Michael Fazio bringing you the interpretation of the book of Revelation via the connection between the God pod and the seed pod coming together as a form of landing. The fact that in Congress right now we have the 44th imposter known as the 44th POTUS destroying this once great country's economy by making bills pass that he says are on or in our favor, but really the entity that he is a creature-like entity likened unto this creature here on the back of the $1 bill, or a Satan-like entity. And to go one step further, if you look at these little caricatures that are above the orange, you can see a 4th face that looks like some kind of a mammoth beast. So all of these beasts are on the reverse of the $1 bill. But we know that you can only see Satan when you turn his world upside down like he turns our world upside down. So if you can only see Satan when he turns our world upside down, let's turn his world upside down, and I'll show you a picture, something you never saw before in your life. Another version of the caricature of Satan itself, in such a degree that once again it cannot be cast off as anything other than the face of Satan blooming out of the pictographs that occur when you bring the God pod and the evil seed of death together. When you bring them together, depicting the end of time or the time of the end, Satan appears on your screen, because this is something. This is a series of pictographs that is so complex in nature that only someone with a full understanding of Euclidean optics, cartographic mapping, Mercator projection, and a full understanding of geometry, trigonometry, and several other arts and sciences, including many of the philosophies, only something as advanced as an alien race, or something that is godlike in nature, or perhaps God itself, could have made these pictographs on the reverse of the $1 bill to look like Satan when you bring the God pod and the evil seed of death together, representing the fact that the time that we have left on this world is short, folks. The time of the end is when the book of Genesis, aka the God pod, and the book of Revelation, aka the evil seed of death, when these two times, when there is no more time, supposedly, and the God pod and the evil seed of death are brought together, the world ends. That is not to say that your spirit will end. It is just to say that this is happening in the real world, in today's society, right now, as we speak. They are plotting the destruction and the demise via eugenics, via the economy, via the nuclear catastrophes that have occurred on Obama's watch, that I predicted in Obama is just one of many antichrists. Obama is one of many antichrists, by Michael Fazio. Obama is one of many antichrists, by Michael Fazio. And two nukes. This is the name of a video. By the way, that video is being censored by YouTube. It is being censored by Yahoo and possibly Google as well, because all the hit counters on all my videos have frozen where they were on July 7th of 2011. Not just me, folks. Alex Jones made a video to the same effect. Other people in Europe can't see my videos anymore. My counters have frozen. It shows me videos that I was receiving 1 and 2 and 300 hits on any given day. Totals. Sometimes as many as 400 hits in one day. It shows my counters at 0 or 1 hit per day, because I have vamped up my schedule and brought to you a pictograph of Satan. And if I know about this, I can almost guarantee you that the Pope knows about these pictographs. And if the Pope knows about it, then he knows that some entity that was not Christ, or was not the Council of Nice, or was not anything to do with Catholicism, put these pictographs on the reverse and obverse of the $1 bill. He also knows, if he knows this, that these pictographs are tens of thousands of years old, and he also knows that the words in the Bible are a direct depiction of these pictographs. So if I know this, and the Pope knows this, if the Pope knows this, then that means that all of religion, Catholicism, Christianity, and Judaism, along with the Muhammad philosophy, it's all a hoax. And if I bring you 3,300 pictographs with words that are depicted on the Bible itself, in the Bible itself, and I bring you these depictions of Satan on the reverse of the $1 bill, what else can I do for you to make you understand that these things exist? And maybe, because no one on earth will publish my book properly, maybe today that I have shown this particular pictograph someone is going to come along and say, not only do I want to buy the rights to your book, but I want to make a movie of this, because this is the most important discovery in the last several hundred years. For 1700 years, the Council of Nice would have you believe that they wrote the Bible. Well, if they wrote the Bible, who put the words in the Bible that directly correlate to the pictographs on the $1 bill? Who put the words in the Bible that directly correlate to the God pod and the evil seed of death that appear on the obverse and reverse of the $1 bill? Who put the words in the Bible that show you that everything inside the God pod is the first 17 verses of Genesis? And who put the words in the Bible that depict that everything inside the evil seed of death is a depiction of the book of Revelation? If someone put all of this stuff in the Bible, how come no one on earth has ever seen these pictographs except Michael Fazio? Tell me, please, I beg of you, explain to me why I shouldn't have a bigger camera. And I believe that today someone will grant me that.